Coach,
Mike's on team.
Coach, can you just talk about what happened in the second half? It seemed like the first half you guys had everything under control, and then the second half things just kind of went downhill from there.
Well, it definitely was a nightmarish second half. You have to get credit for it. I really thought things started to turn a little bit for them for the last drive of the first half. And we blew the coverage there and gave them the technique on the coverage and gave them the score right before half. And they definitely came out of the locker room with a lot more life. And we turned the ball over twice that really shifted the momentum to their favor. And when you're playing the game against one of the nation's best teams, you can't turn the ball over like that. And certainly we were really bad at third down defense. And give credit to them, but we've got to improve those if we want to win these types of games.
What do you attribute the chance turnovers to? Were they pressing? Were they just unfortunate?
I always like to watch the film before that. I know the one in the first half was not the correct read. Then the one that went off Evan's hands, I'll have to see that one on film to see if that was a timing issue or a route issue or a combination. The last one there, I couldn't tell if he was under pressure or not. It was definitely underthrown. Whether or not that was part of the pressure or just a poor throw, I really couldn't tell.
We're looking to provide a transcript post-game, so you guys can ask for the microphone if you have a question. Thank you.
Scoring 28 points in the second quarter. Florida State scored 33 points. What did you see different in the defense?
Well, our defense, I thought we did well against the run for the most part the entire night. We could not get off the field on third down. Some of that, give credit to their quarterback, made a lot of plays. But we have got to improve our calls, our technique. We're playing some young kids back there, but some of that was, we've got to coach them better. We've got to get them in the right spot with the right technique. You've got to get off the field to get an opportunity to give us more possession on offense.
Mike.
Coach, are you surprised at all that DeAndre Francois was able to throw like 440 yards in his first outing?
You've seen this in college football the last few years where people come out of, I guess you would say, not nowhere, but have not had proven games, and they're really good. I mean, they're not sitting around recruiting more talent, and that was obvious tonight in his play. I thought he was really poised and made very accurate throws after he got settled in. First part of the game, he was not as accurate, and he was pretty accurate. Sometimes he had the guys running pretty wide open, which is something we've got to look at and correct. But he made the throws, so give him credit, and he used his feet well.
You did anything differently in the third quarter, the third coverage, to throw you guys off?
No, we wanted to stay balanced, and we just didn't. We weren't balanced at all. And then the two turnovers that kind of just shifted the whole momentum of the game. Then we didn't feel like we had an opportunity to run. They were really, that front is very, very talented. And that whole defense is, they return so many kids and they're very talented. And once they got momentum and knew we were one-dimensional, it makes for a difficult task. No, they didn't do it. They played the same things that they did in the first half, just really up front, kind of took control of the game.
I know it's not after the game, but the team goes down early when your first week goes down,
Yeah, that's you hate that part of the game, and neither injury looked good. I haven't heard the final, but it didn't. Neither one looked good.
You in the first half, you guys controlled the pass rush pretty well. Marcus Walker seemed like he moved inside a lot, had a lot of success. What was he able to do in the second half, and he wasn't able to do it in the first half?
Well, the first half, I think our tempo was really good. We were winning some first downs that let us stay in it. Second half, we didn't win any of those, and we turned it over twice in there. And then they did move their guys around. They jumped in some more bare front and really forced us in some one-on-one matches.
Q, you guys scored to go up 28-6, and they go on that drive. You guys have 15, there's halftime, and they start the ball with the ball in the second half. Do you feel like that kind of took the offense maybe out of rhythm, not being on the field?
I don't know if it took the offense out of rhythm, but no question, that was the critical part of the game where they got that score right before half and then got the ball second half and converted some points there too. And, no question, that got their momentum and life back in there.
Any other questions?
From the emotional high that your team has going into the locker room to the emotional low that they have now, what was the message to them after the game?
That's the unfortunate thing about the way our sport works. There's so much attention on it, and all these games. Jimbo and I were talking before the game. There was going to be a good football team that walk out of here tonight not feeling well, and it's us. And we did not deserve to win the game the way we played the second half. But this season is not made of one game, and this is a non-conference game that I think was good for college football, and we obviously signed on to play in it. But you've got to be prepared to what do you do from now, because we get ready to start a homestand that our September is very brutal. We've got to play a difficult offense to defend in a short week, and then we've got 2 big conference games coming in. So there's no time to. We've got to correct our mistakes. There's no time to sit around and feel sorry for yourself. It's a long season. We get a great play. I believe there's been some teams that the last few years where they've lost early games that have gone on and done really well. That would be our anticipation.
Last question for Coach Reed.
It seemed like your biggest special thing all for one. Top of maybe coach was one of them in the second grade. There's a lot to do with a lot of young guys back there.
Something we've got to look at for sure. It wasn't very fun for me to see some of the technique that we had when we were in off coverage. So we've got to get looked at and get corrected. And obviously it hurt losing Ken. We really felt like he was a guy that we could leave on an island and have success. And when we lost him, it did affect us. We got to go get the others ready. But I guess we'll be done until I think we just got to get them ready. But we definitely gave him too many easy throws.
All right, thank you, Coach. Ole Miss player reviews will take place